The graph of this parabola is shown below. If a is multiplied, the number in front of the x squared is multiplied by negative 1/2. The graph of the new equation is what? Remember, the negative makes it flip. In this case, it's going to open downward. And then the 1/2 makes the graph wider because remember that value is between, it should be an a, is between 0 and 1. So wider and downward would be choice 1. I would suggest maybe putting negative 1/2 x squared in your calculator and seeing the difference. The zeros of this function are what? So what I'm going to do is take this expression and set it equal to 0. Solving as if you were completing the square, you would have x plus 2 squared equals 25. Square root both sides, you get x plus 2 equals plus or minus 5. Subtract 2, you get x equals positive 5 minus 2, and you get x equals negative 5 minus 2. You get 3 and negative 7. Choice 4. (19), they're basically asking which one's the correct setup. Well, if M is $0.005 million more than Fitzpatrick, so that's M is 0.005 more than Fitzpatrick. Both of them together earned a total of $3.95 million. Okay, it's going to be choice 4, but notice how they put the M over here because they want to confuse you. For number 20, there are many, many different ways you can solve an equation like this. What I'm going to do here is I am going to combine like terms. So watch what I do here. I do subtract 1, 6, subtract 1, 6. I get x minus 2 over 3 equals 4, 6. Remember, this is a proportion, so I'm going to cross multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. And then I'm going to do 6 times x minus 2. I get 6x minus 12. Add 12, I get 24 equals 6x. Divide both sides by 6, I get 4. Number 21 is asking for the line of best fit. We are going to use our calculator for this, and if you can remember, we're going to use the linreg, the linear regression command in our calculator. So what you want to do is enter all of that information into your list by going to Stat. You then want to go to Stat, over to Calc, and look at number 4, the linear regression. You're going to hit Enter. Based on rounding, it looks like 14.1x plus 5.8. Choice number 4. Number 22, this function was a piecewise function. From all x values less than 1, this is x is 1, this is 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, we have a parabola. These are all my points here. From all of the points greater than 1, you have a line, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this, essentially this question is just asking which of these lines is being used. So what I did for myself is I went from, basically from here to here and saw what was the slope. And I noticed it was up 1 over 2. So which of these 4 choices in the line has a slope of 1/2? It's choice 2. Number 23, the function represents the height, h of t in feet. Which one's the best domain? Which values can I use here? Well, remember, dealing with time cannot be negative. So we're not using choice 1 and we're not using choice 4 because real numbers are also negative as well. Now for number 3, this h of t represents the height. We're looking for time. By elimination, it's choice 2. If f of 1 equals 3, then f of 2, remember this is going to be your n value, so what I'm going to do is just plug this in, okay? So negative 2 times f of 2 minus 1. Negative 2 times f of 1 plus 1. Now I know f of 1 is equal to 3, so I change f of 1 to 3. I get negative 2 times 3 plus 1. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6 plus 1. Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. So that means f of 2 is negative 5. With that being said, f of 3, remember this is your n value, so I am plugging n of 3 into here now, so I get negative 2 times f of 3 minus 1. So this means negative 2 f of 2 plus 1. Remember, f of 2 equals negative 5, so I plug in negative 5 for f of 2. Negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. Then f of 4 will be negative 2 f of 4 minus 1 plus 1. Negative 2 times f of 3 plus 1. We know that f of 3 is 11. So I say negative 2 times 11. I get negative 22 plus 1. I get negative 21. So f of 5 is negative 2 times f of 5 minus 1 plus 1. Negative 2 times f of 4. We know that f of 4 is negative 21 from the previous one. Negative 2 times negative 21 is positive 42 plus 1. Therefore, f of 5 is equal to 43. Choice 4.